In the vast, silent expanse of space, a speck of light appeared near Jupiter, growing brighter and more distinct against the backdrop of the cosmos. It wasn't a comet or an asteroid. Its trajectory was too deliberate, its speed too controlled. On Earth, telescopes and sensors turned toward the anomaly, tracking its approach with a mix of scientific curiosity and mounting apprehension. At the forefront of Earth's response was Emir the Emperor, not a monarch as his name might suggest, but a distinguished scientist and the director of the United Nations Extraterrestrial Affairs Division. With a mind as expansive as the universe he studied, Emir had always believed that humanity was not alone in the galaxy. Now, as he gazed at the data streaming in, his theories were on the verge of becoming reality. The object slowed as it neared Earth, revealing its artificial nature, a spaceship of colossal dimensions, bristling with technology that defied human understanding. It was a silent herald of the galaxy's other inhabitants, and its arrival marked a new chapter in human history. Emir led a global team tasked with establishing first contact. The world watched, holding its breath, as he initiated the first communication attempt. The message was simple, a mathematical greeting, universal in its language. The alien response was swift, a series of complex signals that Emir's team scrambled to decipher. It was an acknowledgement, an introduction from a species that called themselves the Arcturians, beings from a star system humanity had yet to explore. As diplomatic exchanges began, Emir emerged as humanity's ambassador, embodying our species' curiosity and thirst for knowledge. He navigated the delicate intricacies of interstellar communication, forging a connection with the Arcturian emissary, a being named Xylos, whose appearance was as enigmatic as the vessel he commanded. The Arcturians spoke of the Galactic Council, a collective of civilizations that governed a significant portion of the Milky Way. They extended an invitation to humanity, an offer to join this cosmic assembly and take their place among the stars. But with this offer came a warning. The galaxy was a tapestry of wonder and danger, of alliances and conflicts. If humanity chose to step beyond its solar cradle, it would need to prepare for the realities of a larger universe, where not all were friendly, and where the survival of a species depended on strength, wisdom, and sometimes the will to fight. In Emir's heart, a conflict raged. Excitement at the prospect of joining a galactic community battled with concern over the challenges and perils that lay ahead. Yet his resolve was as firm as the earth that had nurtured him. He accepted the responsibility, aware that his actions would shape the future of humanity. The signal, once an enigmatic puzzle, began to unfold under the scrutiny of the vigilance top cryptologists and xenolinguists. It was Emir who remained the steadfast center of this whirlwind of activity, his decisions shaping the course of this unprecedented encounter. The message they discovered was not just a greeting but an invitation to join a congregation of civilizations known as the Galactic Council. The revelation was staggering. Humanity was not alone in the universe, and more so, they were being welcomed into a cosmic assembly that promised access to a vast tapestry of knowledge and culture, but also a web of politics and power struggles. The Vigilant relayed the message back to Earth, where it ignited a firestorm of debate and speculation. With the world's eyes upon him, Emir led the Vigilant to the designated coordinates for the meeting, a neutral space station that orbited a star in a region of space previously uncharted by humanity. The station, a marvel of alien engineering, served as the Council's meeting place, a hub where species could convene in neutrality and peace. As the Vigilant approached the station, Emir felt the weight of his role. He was not just a ship's captain now, he was an ambassador for all of humanity. The station loomed ahead, a massive structure of interlocking rings and spires, glowing with the light of 1,000 different technologies. The docking process was smooth, automated by the station's advanced systems. Emir and his selected delegation stepped onto the alien station, their every move broadcast back to Earth. They were greeted by a delegation of various species, each more alien than the last. There were beings of crystal and light, creatures that floated in their own self-contained atmospheres, and entities whose forms seemed to shift with every glance. The council itself was a grand chamber, a vast arena ringed with seats for representatives of the myriad species of the galaxy. At its center was a platform for speakers, where Emir was invited to present humanity's case for membership. Emir's speech, crafted with the help of Earth's finest minds, was a blend of humility and assertiveness. He spoke of humanity's achievements and aspirations, their desire for peace, and their readiness to contribute to the collective knowledge and welfare of the Council. His words, translated into countless alien languages, resonated through the chamber, met with reactions that ranged from warm acceptance to cautious skepticism. The Council deliberated in a manner that was opaque to the humans, their methods and criteria a mystery. Meanwhile, Emir and his delegation were guided through the station, exposed to a dizzying array of technologies and cultural expressions, a testament to the potential benefits and challenges of joining such a diverse community. Finally, the Council reached its decision. Humanity would be granted provisional membership, a trial period during which Earth would be observed and assessed. The decision was a victory, but a conditional one, leaving humanity on uncertain ground. Emir knew the real work was just beginning. The provisional membership was a test, not just of humanity's technological capabilities or knowledge, but of their ability to navigate the intricate dance of galactic diplomacy. As the Vigilant prepared to return to Earth, Emir reflected on the journey ahead. The challenges were immense, but so were the opportunities. Humanity was stepping into a broader universe, and they had much to learn, much to prove, and much to gain. Upon their return to Earth, Emir and his crew were met with a planet buzzing with anticipation and trepidation. The news of humanity's provisional acceptance into the Galactic Council had spread like wildfire, sparking debates, excitement, and fear in equal measure. Emir, now seen as the face of Earth's interstellar ambitions, was thrust into a whirlwind of diplomatic meetings, public appearances, and strategy sessions. The Galactic Council, in a move to gauge humanity's readiness and resolve, issued a series of challenges. These tests were designed to assess Earth's technological prowess, ethical standards, and ability to contribute to the collective knowledge of the Council. The challenges ranged from environmental restoration projects to the construction of a deep space relay station using a blend of human and alien technologies. Emir played a central role in coordinating Earth's responses. He liaised with scientists, politicians, and experts from various fields to marshal the planet's resources and intellect. The world watched as Emir, who had once commanded a single spaceship, now steered humanity's collective effort to rise to the Council's challenge. The Environmental Restoration Project was the first task. Earth had to reverse the damage done to a planet in the Council's jurisdiction, a world that had suffered from a similar fate as Earth's own environmental crises. Under Emir's guidance, teams of Earth's best ecologists, engineers, and biologists worked alongside alien advisors to rejuvenate the planet's ecosystems. The project was a resounding success, showcasing humanity's commitment to ecological stewardship and their ability to learn from and collaborate with alien species. Next was the construction of the Deep Space Relay Station, a structure that would facilitate faster-than-light communication across vast distances. The project was not only a test of engineering skill, but also of humanity's ability to integrate alien technology with their own. Emir oversaw the collaboration between human and extraterrestrial engineers, fostering a spirit of unity and mutual respect. The completed station stood as a testament to what diverse species could achieve together. However, the challenges were not solely technical or environmental. The Council also observed Earth's cultural and ethical evolution. Emir found himself in the delicate position of advocating for Earth's values while navigating the complex moral landscapes of the galactic community. He engaged in diplomatic dialogues, participated in cultural exchanges, and worked tirelessly to build bridges between humanity and their new cosmic neighbors. Through these trials, Earth's resolve was tested, and under Emir's leadership, humanity demonstrated their capacity for growth, innovation, and cooperation. The Council, impressed by the determination and adaptability shown by Earth, convened to review the results of the tests. In a grand assembly, with representatives from countless species in attendance and the people of Earth watching closely, the Council delivered its verdict. Humanity had surpassed expectations, addressing each challenge with a blend of ingenuity, tenacity, and a genuine desire for interstellar partnership. The Council's decision was clear. Earth would be granted full membership, a recognition of their place as a responsible and dynamic member of the galactic community. Emir, standing before the assembly, felt a surge of pride and responsibility. The journey ahead was fraught with unknowns, but Earth was no longer an isolated player on the cosmic stage. Under the gaze of a galaxy's worth of sentient beings, humanity had proven its resolve, ready to face the future as a member of the Galactic Council. With Earth's full membership in the Galactic Council secured, a new chapter began for humanity. The focus shifted from proving worthiness to actual integration into the interstellar community. This phase was not just about technological exchange, it was about cultural, social, and political integration, an endeavor that Emir found both exhilarating and daunting. The integration process was multifaceted. First, there was the establishment of interstellar embassies on Earth and on various planets within the Council's domain. Emir was deeply involved in these efforts, ensuring that Earth's first extraterrestrial embassies were beacons of diplomacy and cooperation. He worked closely with alien representatives, learning their customs and conveying humanity's values and traditions. Technological exchange was another critical aspect of integration. Earth's scientists and engineers were introduced to advanced technologies that were once the stuff of science fiction. Emir facilitated these exchanges, understanding that while the technological boon was immense, it also required careful management to ensure that these new technologies were used responsibly and ethically. Culturally, Earth became a melting pot of interstellar influences. Alien art, music, and cuisine became part of Earth's everyday life, and vice versa. Emir often found himself marveling at the rapid cultural evolution taking place as humanity absorbed and adapted to the influx of alien influences, enriching Earth's cultural tapestry. However, integration was not without its challenges. There were factions within humanity that resisted the changes, viewing the alien influences with suspicion and fear. Emir, ever the diplomat, worked to bridge these divides, advocating for the benefits of interstellar cooperation while acknowledging and addressing the valid concerns of his fellow humans. The exchange of knowledge was perhaps the most profound aspect of integration. Humanity gained access to the Galactic Library, a vast repository of knowledge accumulated by the Council's member species. Emir championed the dissemination of this knowledge, ensuring that it was used to advance science, medicine, and environmental conservation on Earth. The integration process also extended to the Galactic Defense Force, a collective security initiative of the Council. Earth was invited to contribute, and Emir played a key role in the discussions that shaped humanity's involvement. He saw it as an opportunity not only for Earth to ensure its security, but also to contribute to the peace and stability of the broader galaxy. Through all these endeavors, Emir remained a central figure, embodying humanity's aspirations and responsibilities as a member of the Galactic Council. He navigated the complexities of interstellar diplomacy with a steady hand, driven by a vision of a united galaxy where diverse species could learn from each other and thrive together. As the integration process unfolded, Emir often found himself reflecting on the journey that had brought him to this point. From his early days as a starship captain to his current role as a key figure in Earth's interstellar endeavors, he had witnessed humanity's potential to transcend its limitations and embrace a broader destiny among the stars. And as he looked toward the future, he saw a path laden with possibilities, challenges, and the promise of a new era for humanity in the vast interconnected cosmos. As the process of integration progressed, not all was serene in the galaxy. Beneath the surface of interstellar cooperation and exchange, currents of dissent and conflict swirled. Emir, attuned to the nuances of galactic diplomacy, sensed the growing tensions. A faction within the Galactic Council, known as the Crinner Coalition, began to voice opposition to the rapid advancement and inclusion of newer members, particularly humanity, which they viewed as too young and unpredictable a species to wield the technologies and powers of the Council. The Crinner Coalition, a group of species that had been part of the Council for millennia, believed in a more cautious and controlled approach to galactic governance and the sharing of technology. They viewed the Council's open embrace of humanity and other emerging civilizations as a threat to the established order, fearing that the rapid spread of advanced technology could lead to instability or even catastrophe. Emir, ever the diplomat, sought to address these concerns through dialogue and mutual understanding. He initiated a series of diplomatic missions to Crinner Coalition worlds, aiming to demonstrate humanity's commitment to peace and responsible stewardship of their newfound knowledge and capabilities. Despite his efforts, the rift within the Council grew, with the coalition amassing a significant following among those who shared their cautious worldview. The situation escalated when a member species of the Crinner Coalition, the Tavaxians, accused humanity of violating a sacred interstellar treaty by developing a weaponized version of a technology that had been shared for peaceful purposes. The accusation was severe, and the evidence, though circumstantial, put Earth in a precarious position. Emir knew the gravity of the situation. A galactic tribunal was convened, and Earth's representatives, with Emir at the forefront, had to defend against the charges. The proceedings were tense, with the Tavaxians presenting a compelling case that threatened to sway the Council's opinion against Earth. Emir, however, remained steadfast, working tirelessly with Earth's legal and scientific teams to unravel the evidence and present a counter-argument. After days of deliberations and presentations, the tribunal reached its verdict. Earth was cleared of the charges, but the incident had left a mark on the Council's perception of humanity. The Crinner Coalition's influence grew as more species began to question the wisdom of rapid integration and the sharing of advanced technologies. Despite the acquittal, the galaxy seemed a less friendly place. The shadows of war loomed as the Crinner Coalition began to militarize, justifying their actions as necessary for the protection of the established galactic order. The Galactic Council found itself divided, with member species taking sides in a growing conflict that threatened to engulf the galaxy. Emir realized that diplomacy alone might not be enough to navigate the coming storm. Preparing for the worst, he worked to bolster Earth's defenses and forge alliances with species that remained friendly toward humanity. He understood that the coming conflict would not just be a battle for survival, but a fight for the ideals that the Galactic Council had stood for: unity, cooperation, and the shared pursuit of knowledge and peace. In this time of growing darkness, Emir stood as a beacon of hope for humanity, determined to defend their place in the galaxy and uphold the values that had guided them to the stars. The shadow of war loomed large, but so too did the resolve of those committed to preserving the light of civilization in the vast cosmos. The growing discord within the Galactic Council erupted into open conflict when the Crinner Coalition, emboldened by their increasing support, launched a series of strategic strikes against key Council worlds. The galaxy was plunged into war, with battle lines drawn not just across star systems, but within the ideological and political frameworks that had held the Council together for centuries. Emir, who had tirelessly worked for peace, found himself at the helm of Earth's response to this galactic crisis. The coalition, viewing Earth as a symbol of the rapid changes and perceived recklessness they opposed, targeted the planet with a siege that threatened to cut it off from its allies and resources in the cosmos. Earth's defenses, bolstered by alien technology and the strategic acumen of its leaders, held firm against the initial onslaught. The planet's orbital defense platforms, a testament to human ingenuity and interstellar cooperation, blazed with energy as they repelled the coalition's forces. On the ground, humanity united like never before, with individuals from every nation contributing to the planet's defense and supporting each other in the face of this unprecedented threat. Emir, while overseeing the planetary defense efforts, also worked to maintain lines of communication with the Council and other species that opposed the coalition's aggression. He understood that Earth could not withstand a prolonged siege alone, and that the conflict was not just about survival, but about preserving the principles of the Council and the possibility of a peaceful, united galaxy. As the siege dragged on, Earth's resolve was tested. The coalition's forces were relentless, employing tactics and weapons that pushed the limits of Earth's defenses. The planet's inhabitants witnessed the power and terror of galactic warfare, with battles lighting up the sky and the news filled with updates on the conflict's progress. Amidst the turmoil, Emir remained a pillar of strength and hope. His leadership was not just about military strategy, but about inspiring humanity to stand together, to fight not out of hatred or fear, but for the sake of their home and the ideals they believed in. His speeches, broadcast across the planet, resonated with the determination and courage that had come to define Earth's response to the siege. The turning point came when a coalition of Council species, recognizing the threat the Krynar coalition posed to the galactic order, intervened to break the siege. The skies above Earth became a canvas of light and shadow as Allied fleets clashed with the coalition's forces, the fate of the planet hanging in the balance. Through a combination of strategic brilliance, unwavering resolve, and the support of their allies, Earth's defenders turned the tide. The coalition's forces, battered and outmaneuvered, began to retreat, their siege broken by the combined might and will of those who stood with Earth. The planet had endured, its cities and landscapes scarred but intact, its people united by the trials they had faced. Emir, witnessing the end of the siege, felt a mix of relief and sorrow. Relief that Earth had survived, but sorrow for the cost of the conflict and the divisions that had torn the galaxy apart. In the aftermath of the siege, Earth began to heal. The planet emerged from the conflict not as a victim, but as a beacon of resilience and unity. Emir, his leadership proven in the crucible of war, turned his attention to the task of rebuilding and to the larger battle for peace and reconciliation in a galaxy that had been forever changed by the shadows of war. With the siege of Earth repelled, the momentum of the galactic conflict shifted. Under Emir's leadership, Earth transitioned from defense to offense, joining its allies in a concerted effort to bring the war to a decisive end. The objective was clear: to dismantle the Krynar coalition's capacity for war and to restore peace to the galaxy, ensuring that no world would suffer as Earth had. Emir, now a seasoned leader in both peace and war, orchestrated a series of strategic counteroffensives. Earth's forces, bolstered by alien allies and the lessons learned during the siege, struck at key coalition strongholds and supply lines. Each victory was a step towards breaking the coalition's grip on the galaxy and a testament to the unity forged among the diverse species opposing the coalition's aggressive expansion. The counterattack was not merely a military campaign, it was a statement of principle. Emir ensured that humanitarian aid and support were extended to worlds affected by the conflict, embodying the ideals of the Galactic Council and demonstrating a commitment to the welfare of all galactic citizens. This approach not only weakened the coalition's resolve, but also garnered further support for the Council's cause, as neutral worlds began to see the value in the vision Emir and his allies fought for. Amidst the backdrop of war, Emir remained a figure of calm and determination. He was often at the forefront of the conflict, not shying away from the dangers of battle. Yet his leadership extended beyond the battlefield. He engaged in diplomacy, seeking to sow seeds of peace even as the war raged, and worked tirelessly to maintain the morale and unity of the interstellar coalition that had formed around Earth's cause. As the campaign progressed, the coalition began to fracture. The relentless pressure exerted by Emir's forces, combined with the internal dissent and loss of support from neutral worlds, caused cracks to appear in their once unified front. Coalition worlds started to surrender or defect, tipping the balance further in favor of Emir's alliance. The culmination of the counterattack was the Battle of Krynar Prime, the stronghold of the Coalition. It was a planet fortified by some of the most advanced defensive systems in the galaxy, but it also represented the hub of the Coalition's ideological and military power. The battle was fierce, with Emir leading a daring assault that combined the best of human and alien strategies and technologies. The fall of Krynar Prime marked the turning point in the war. With their stronghold lost and their forces in disarray, the Coalition's resolve crumbled. The victory was not just a military triumph, but a vindication of the principles for which Emir and his allies had fought: unity, cooperation, and a shared commitment to peace. In the aftermath, as the dust of battle settled, Emir's focus shifted to the future. The war had ended, but the task of healing the wounds it had inflicted, both physical and ideological, loomed large. Emir stood ready to lead this effort, his resolve unbroken, his vision clearer than ever. The galaxy looked to him and Earth not just as victors in war, but as beacons of hope for a peaceful, united future. In the aftermath of the victory at Krynar Prime, Emir realized the war was not yet over. The Krynar Coalition's military might have been significantly weakened, but its ideological roots and covert operations still posed a threat. To secure lasting peace, Emir knew they had to dismantle the Coalition's remaining power structures, many of which operated from the shadows. Understanding the complexity of this new phase, Emir assembled a specialized team for a critical mission: to infiltrate a hidden Coalition facility rumored to hold vital information on the remaining leadership and their future plans. This team, composed of elite operatives from various allied species, embodied the unity and diversity that Emir had always championed. The target was a remote planet, shrouded in secrecy, where the Coalition harbored its intelligence operations and strategic reserves. The mission was perilous, requiring stealth, precision, and a deep understanding of Coalition technologies and protocols. Emir, while not part of the infiltration team, coordinated the mission, providing strategic oversight and ensuring the team had the support and resources necessary for success. The team's approach to the planet was a masterclass in covert operations. Utilizing advanced cloaking technology and electronic countermeasures, they evaded detection, landing on the planet's rugged terrain under the cover of darkness. The planet was a fortress, bristling with security systems and patrolled by Coalition forces. But the team, skilled in various forms of combat and espionage, moved with ghost-like efficiency. Inside the facility, they encountered a maze of corridors and security checkpoints. Every step was fraught with danger, from automated defense systems to elite Coalition guards. The team's expertise in alien technology proved invaluable, allowing them to bypass security and delve deeper into the heart of the enemy's stronghold. The mission's climax came when they reached the facility's central data hub, a vast archive of intelligence gathered by the Coalition. Here, they uncovered the full extent of the Coalition's plans, including strategies to undermine the Council and reignite conflict in the galaxy. The team secured the data, but their presence was detected, triggering a tense and harrowing escape as the facility went on high alert. With Coalition forces in hot pursuit, the team fought their way back to their extraction point, demonstrating not just their martial prowess, but their unbreakable bond and trust in one another. Emir, monitoring the mission from afar, provided crucial support, coordinating a timely extraction that saved the team from being overwhelmed. The intelligence gathered during the mission provided the Council with the insight needed to dismantle the remaining Coalition cells and prevent further insurgency. The success of the mission was a testament to the strength and effectiveness of unity and diversity, a principle that Emir had always upheld. As news of the mission's success spread, Emir's leadership and the courage of the team were celebrated across the galaxy. The mission not only crippled the remaining coalition threats, but also reinforced the galaxy's commitment to the new era of peace and cooperation that Emir had fought so hard to achieve. While the shadows of the past still lingered, the galaxy stood more united than ever, ready to face any challenge together. With the critical intelligence obtained from the Coalition's hidden facility, Emir and the Galactic Council now possessed the necessary insights to dismantle the remnants of the Krynar Coalition's infrastructure. This phase of the campaign marked a significant shift in the galactic power dynamics, as the once formidable coalition began to crumble under the combined weight of the Council's military pressure and the growing dissent within its own ranks. Emir, understanding that military victory alone could not secure lasting peace, initiated a dual strategy. While the Council's forces targeted the coalition's remaining military assets, Emir spearheaded a diplomatic campaign aimed at undermining the coalition's ideological foundation. He reached out to wavering coalition members, offering amnesty and a place within the new galactic order, emphasizing reconciliation and unity over retribution. The strategy bore fruit as more and more coalition members defected, swayed by Emir's vision of a galaxy united in diversity and cooperation. These defections further weakened the coalition's resolve, leading to a cascade of surrenders across contested systems. Emir's approach of blending military precision with diplomatic acumen was turning the tide, shifting the galaxy from a state of war towards a burgeoning peace. On the battlefield, the Council's forces, now bolstered by defectors from the coalition, advanced with renewed vigor. They liberated world after world, each victory further testament to the changing tide. Emir remained a central figure in these operations, not only as a strategist, but as a symbol of the unity and determination that had come to define the Council's cause. However, the campaign was not without its challenges and sacrifices. Each liberated world bore the scars of conflict, and while the military objectives were met with success, the humanitarian toll was significant. Emir was acutely aware of this cost, and he worked tirelessly to ensure that aid and reconstruction efforts were as much a priority as the military campaign itself. As the tide turned decisively against the coalition, Emir's focus began to shift towards the future. He envisioned a galaxy where the lessons of the past conflict would pave the way for a new era of cooperation and shared prosperity. The dismantling of the coalition's military might was nearing completion, but Emir knew that the true victory would be in winning the peace that followed. He began laying the groundwork for a comprehensive peace settlement, one that would address the underlying issues that had led to the conflict and ensure that the galaxy would not revert to such divisions again. Emir's efforts were aimed at building a lasting legacy, a galaxy where the horrors of war would give way to a sustained peace, nurtured by the collective will of its diverse inhabitants. As the final remnants of the coalition's resistance were quelled, the galaxy stood on the brink of a new dawn. The war had been arduous, the losses profound, but the path ahead, shaped by Emir's leadership and the unity of the Council's members, held the promise of a brighter future. The tide had turned, not just in the conflict, but in the very nature of the galactic community, setting the stage for a new chapter in the cosmos's history. With the last embers of conflict extinguished, Emir turned his attention to the monumental task of reconciliation and reconstruction. The scars of war ran deep, both physically and emotionally, and the galaxy faced the daunting challenge of healing the wounds inflicted by years of conflict. Emir, ever the diplomat, initiated a series of peace conferences and reconciliation efforts aimed at fostering understanding and forgiveness among former enemies. He traveled tirelessly across the galaxy, meeting with leaders and representatives from all corners of the cosmos, listening to their grievances and aspirations, and working to find common ground. One of the most significant initiatives was the establishment of a Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a forum where victims and perpetrators of war crimes could come forward, share their stories, and seek closure. Emir understood the importance of acknowledging past injustices and providing a platform for healing and reconciliation. The commission, though challenging and often painful, became a beacon of hope for those seeking to move beyond the traumas of war. Meanwhile, the process of reconstruction began in earnest. Entire worlds lay in ruins, their populations displaced, and infrastructure devastated. Emir mobilized the resources of the Galactic Council, coordinating massive relief efforts and reconstruction projects aimed at rebuilding what had been lost and restoring hope to those who had suffered. The reconstruction efforts were not just about rebuilding cities and infrastructure, but also about laying the foundations for a more resilient and sustainable future. Emir advocated for the integration of advanced technologies and eco-friendly practices, ensuring that the scars of war would not be repeated in future generations. Throughout this process, Emir remained a guiding light, a symbol of unity and reconciliation in a galaxy still recovering from the trauma of war. His leadership was instrumental in bridging divides and fostering cooperation among species that had once been bitter enemies. As the months passed and the galaxy slowly began to heal, Emir reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. The war had tested the galaxy's resolve, but it had also revealed the strength of its collective spirit. In the face of adversity, disparate species had come together, united by a common purpose and a shared vision of peace and prosperity. The scars of war would always remain, but they served as a reminder of the galaxy's capacity for resilience and renewal. And as Emir looked towards the future, he saw a galaxy transformed, a tapestry of diversity and cooperation woven together by the bonds of mutual understanding and respect. The road ahead would be long and challenging, but with leaders like Emir guiding the way, the galaxy stood poised to embrace a future filled with promise and possibility. As the process of reconciliation and reconstruction continued, Emir shifted his focus towards establishing a new framework for galactic governance. The old divisions and power struggles that had led to war needed to be replaced with a system that promoted cooperation, equality, and mutual respect among all species. To achieve this ambitious goal, Emir proposed the creation of a galactic assembly, a representative body where every member species would have a voice in shaping the future of the galaxy. The assembly would serve as a forum for dialogue, debate, and decision-making, where the diverse perspectives and interests of all species could be heard and respected. The proposal garnered widespread support from across the galaxy, reflecting a growing consensus that the old ways of centralized power and domination were no longer viable in a universe that had been forever changed by war. Emir, with his reputation as a visionary leader and peacemaker, was entrusted with the task of overseeing the Assembly's formation. The process of establishing the Galactic Assembly was complex and challenging, requiring delicate negotiations and compromises among the Council's members. Emir, drawing on his diplomatic skills and leadership, navigated the complexities with grace and determination, ensuring that every species had a seat at the table and a stake in the galaxy's future. After months of intense discussions and deliberations, the Galactic Assembly was formally inaugurated, with representatives from hundreds of species gathering on a neutral world to usher in a new era of galactic governance. Emir, standing before the Assembly as its first speaker, delivered a stirring speech, calling for unity, cooperation, and a shared commitment to peace and prosperity. The Assembly's first order of business was to draft a galactic charter, a foundational document that would outline the rights, responsibilities, and principles that would guide the galaxy's governance. Emir played a central role in drafting the charter, ensuring that it reflected the values of equality, justice, and freedom that he had long championed. With the Galactic Charter ratified, the Assembly began its work of addressing the pressing issues facing the galaxy, from environmental conservation to economic development to interstellar diplomacy. Emir, as Speaker, presided over the Assembly's sessions, facilitating dialogue and collaboration among its members and ensuring that the galaxy's diverse voices were heard and respected. The establishment of the Galactic Assembly marked a historic milestone in the galaxy's history, signaling a new chapter of cooperation and progress. Under Emir's leadership, the Assembly became a symbol of hope and unity, a testament to what could be achieved when species set aside their differences and worked together towards a common goal. As the Assembly's work continued, Emir looked towards the future with optimism, knowing that the galaxy was now on a path towards a brighter tomorrow. The challenges ahead would be great, but with the spirit of cooperation and solidarity that the Assembly embodied, there was no limit to what the galaxy could achieve. With the establishment of the Galactic Assembly, Emir turned his attention towards ensuring the galaxy's newfound peace endured. Recognizing that maintaining stability required more than just diplomacy and legislation, he proposed the creation of a new organization, the Galactic Peacekeepers. The Galactic Peacekeepers would serve as a neutral force, dedicated to upholding the principles of the Galactic Charter and safeguarding the rights and freedoms of all sentient beings. Composed of volunteers from across the galaxy, the Peacekeepers would undergo rigorous training in conflict resolution, mediation, and non-violent intervention. Emir's proposal was met with widespread support from the Assembly, which saw the Peacekeepers as a necessary tool for preventing future conflicts and maintaining order in the galaxy. With the Assembly's backing, the Peacekeepers were officially established, with Emir appointed as their inaugural Supreme Commander. Under Emir's leadership, the Peacekeepers grew rapidly, drawing recruits from all walks of life and every corner of the galaxy. Training facilities were established on neutral worlds, where recruits underwent intensive instruction in peacekeeping techniques and interstellar law. As the Peacekeepers began their operations, Emir emphasized the importance of diplomacy and dialogue in resolving conflicts. Rather than relying on force, the Peacekeepers sought to de-escalate tensions through negotiation and mediation, earning them the trust and respect of both member species and non-member worlds. The Peacekeepers' first major mission came when a border dispute between two member species threatened to erupt into open conflict. Deploying a team of trained mediators, the Peacekeepers facilitated talks between the two parties, helping them find common ground and reach a peaceful resolution. The success of this mission solidified the Peacekeepers' reputation as guardians of peace in the galaxy. As their ranks swelled and their influence grew, Emir knew that the galaxy was safer and more stable than it had ever been. Yet, challenges remained. Rogue elements within the galaxy still harbored ambitions of domination and conquest, and Emir understood that the Peacekeepers' work was never truly done. But with their dedication, courage, and unwavering commitment to peace, he was confident that they could overcome any obstacle and ensure that the galaxy remained a beacon of hope and harmony for generations to come. As Emir looked out upon the galaxy, he marveled at the transformation that had taken place. From the ashes of war, a new era had dawned, a time of peace, cooperation, and boundless possibility. The Galactic Assembly flourished, its chambers filled with the voices of countless species united in a common purpose. Emir had served as Speaker of the Assembly for many years, guiding its deliberations and shaping its decisions with wisdom and compassion. Under his leadership, the Assembly had become a symbol of hope and unity, a testament to what could be achieved when beings of all races and creeds came together in pursuit of a shared vision. But now, as the twilight of his life approached, Emir knew that it was time to pass the torch to a new generation of leaders. With a heavy heart and a sense of pride in all that had been accomplished, he announced his intention to step down as Speaker and retire to a quiet life among the stars. The news of Emir's retirement sent shockwaves across the galaxy. To many, he was more than just a leader. He was a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in a universe that had known too much darkness. But Emir remained steadfast in his decision, believing that the time had come for others to carry on the work that he had begun. As he bid farewell to his colleagues and friends in the Assembly, Emir felt a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that the galaxy was in good hands, that the ideals of unity and cooperation that he had fought for would endure long after he was gone. And so, with a final look back at the galaxy he had helped to shape, Emir set off into the stars, content in the knowledge that his legacy would live on, a legacy of hope, of peace, and of a future filled with infinite possibilities. As the stars twinkled in the endless expanse of space, Emir smiled, knowing that the journey was far from over, that the galaxy still had many wonders to behold, and that he had played his part in making it a better place for all who called it home.